Okay, here we are. Hopefully it's not too jiggly. So, good morning, friends. So, I'm starting my walking thing. I did a video the other day. I'm going to flip my phone this way. Tap restart this app for a better view. What's that mean? Tap restart. Okay. No one watching. That's good. So I can kind of get my feels out here. Okay. Well, here we are. I'm starting my walking journey. Oh, I see two watchers. Good morning. Hopefully I can see the chat. I figured I would start taking you guys with me when I do my walks. This first one will be a little different just to establish like what's going to be what. Hey Beth, good morning. I'm taking you on my morning walk. So I'm trying to, and I figured I would start it this month. For one, it's nice in Maine this month, so that I can go walking. And another, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, which I'm sure most people know. You know, your physical health is very tightly wound to your mental health. You know, when you don't feel good physically, it really tears up your mental health. So I'm trying to get back on track. And, we're down to one. Maybe I lost someone. I forgot to send my busy street. Yes, busy street this morning. And I'm not sure why, because I live on the same street that our transfer station is on, our dump. And it's closed today. And usually there's not a lot of traffic on days that it's closed, so. But anyway, I started up just as I was coming out of the driveway, so you can kind of see how close I am. Is it too loud, Beth? Is the traffic too loud? It'll get quieter once I get off on the side road, but this is where this abuts my property. It's like a brook. It's called Willett Brook, and I used to bring the kids down here fishing all the time, and it is so grown up. My daughter and I walked the other day, and we're actually talking about this area here where they used to be able to walk down around the side of the bridge. And it was all dirt and sand, so that they could go right up against the edge of the brook and fish. But not anymore. It's quite grown in. But it also goes across. It's across the street on this side too, which is really neat. So, my finger is in the way. Oh, my finger is in the way. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can do this differently. Thank you for letting me know. Here, we'll do it this way. Everyone's slowing down because this is like a narrow part. Yeah, I'm not sure what the heck. There was no traffic this morning. I was outside walking around the garden and there was nothing. Now I come out here, all these vehicles appear. They want to see me. They're cheering me on, getting my exercise. So I have my trusty umbrella because, as you can see, all the water everywhere. We've been getting rain. Yeah. But this is the spot where I usually walk, is up around this area. And even this road, passing the road, even this road has grown a lot since I bought my house 25 years ago. For one, this road wasn't even here when I first bought my place. And for second, gross, muddy. Might not be a good day to walk. And for second, when they did build it up, there was nothing on the road. It was just trees, and now they've cleared lots and selling lots off for homes and businesses. But yeah. But anyway, I wanted to bring you guys along. I figured this would be a good day, a good time to do like a check-in. Figure out what to do with my channel. I really like to do lives. I'm trying to figure out if I should just do one live a month. You know, to have some interaction, and if I should make that one live my card Yahtzee or my art Yahtzee, because that is such an interactive game, crafty game, you know. Please be careful on those muddy roads. Yes, Queen Bee, good morning. And hi, Linda Gorman. Yes, this is a back road, and it looks like because of, you know, in the winter time, the snow and ice wreaks havoc on the dirt roads. So it looks like they're grading the road today, hence this big lump here. They like graded down, and they'll probably come back down around through. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Beth. Well, I got discouraged on the last live because, you know, I try to create, and I was thinking about it afterwards because I am an overthinker, and are lives easier? They are and they aren't. The thing that's not easy about them right now is that my life is so unpredictable, and I can't really set a time because sometimes things aren't quiet enough in my house to go live. You know what I mean? They're not like, or Willie has needs that, you know, it doesn't. And the late nights, I can't do the late nights anymore because I'm getting up so darn early that I just can't. So this is the road that swings around, and this used to all be grown up, and on the other side of it there was a huge campground, which is no longer. People that owned that passed away, and they did away with it. And then behind these trees up here is our drive-in theater. So in the summertime I can hear the drive-in from my house. And if I flip on to the AM station, I can actually almost pull it in. So that's the problem with lives, Linda, is that it's just hard to find a time that, a consistent time, you know, and that's when people come, really. I mean, I get you guys coming all the time, and which is great. Good morning, Cordelia. But if you're going to draw an audience, you know, a lot of people, like Elizabeth, goes twice a week at a set time, you know. Everybody knows it. They can set their clocks around it. And which is what they used to do around mine when I had them on Tuesday nights at 7. But I can't do those anymore. And to find another time slot is hard to start because there's so many crafters doing it now that I like to watch. But, oh, let me see what that said. I missed it. How do you get the chat up when it goes away? That's the thing I don't like about my phone. Whoop. Chat. Oh, here we go. Just start with a 2-month and send out an email the day before. Oh, that's a good idea. A 9 a.m. That might possibly work. Oh, that was one of my kids' cousins I haven't seen in a long time. Oh, wow. That could possibly work, is sending out an email or a putting up a post, you know, on my post tab. But I was thinking, so I was talking to Abraham last night, and I was thinking I might try doing some videos. We will post your email. Might try doing some videos, because I told him, I said, sometimes, I can do a video, but I can stop it and see I can edit. And as much as I really don't care about editing, it might be worth it to get content up on. And I'm getting a little better at it, especially after the advent calendar last year. So who knows? But, oh, you guys want to see something cool? I don't know if you can see it, but that old truck, they turned it into a fountain. It's really awesome. I love it. Like the water comes out the grill. Post page is the best place to keep your subscribers informed. Yes, Queen Bee. Exactly. So, and the other thing is content. There's so many content creators out there. What the heck can you show that's not something that somebody's already seen? And I know, Elizabeth's told me over and over, but it's not you showing the content. And I get that. And sorry for the out of breathness, because I'll tell you what, I am so out of shape physically. I really am. So, trying to get back onto the in shape road. But I'm doing it, and that's what I told Willie yesterday. I ended up laying down. I stayed in bed on the heating pad all day long because my back and my hips were killing me, because I went for a long walk like this with my daughter the day before, and it was pouring rain yesterday, and I could not move. The rain just froze me to the bed. I help Anya with her ideas, and dang it. Okay, my phone just updated, you guys. Yesterday, I've been completely frustrated since I picked it up after I realized it did an update. So, I was good morning, all the workers going to work. I was frustrated when I picked my phone up. I couldn't find my settings on when you swipe your screen down. I couldn't find my flashlight, and now I can't find my chat on my app. I can only see it when you guys say something. Maybe this is... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just found a button. Don't stop comparing yourself to others. I know, Queen Bee. I know. And I would give you suggestions too. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is fabulous. Thank you, Beth. So anyway, and that's another thing. My ADHD. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. And my channel is the Crafty Visage, which means I do all kinds of crafty things. I don't just do paper crafts, cards and journals. I have other things that I do. And I was putting videos and doing things with my other stuff. And then I just got sucked in to the paper crafting side, which is not a bad thing, because I love paper. So, yeah, Queen Bee, some people don't like to go live, and they have a talent that they'd love to share, if they have ideas and things like that. But I have a lot of friends that are, I'm going to go, hubby's in here talking again. Okay, Cordelia. Yeah, I'm trying to do that too, Linda. Just make the most of now. And that has been a big thing, because there's been a lot of life-changing things that kind of hit me in the last year, Today is my aunt's birthday that passed last year. And that really hit me hard, because I've never really had any family close to me that has passed away like that. I mean, I've had aunts and uncles, and I've gone to the funerals, but I wasn't connected to them, in the way that I was my aunt. My aunt was special needs. She was raised, she was always special needs in school. She was, after she graduated school, she went to the Goodwill and lived in Goodwill. And thanks, Beth. I'm a lot better now. I'm a lot better. I've really gained a new perspective on everything, and my heart is healing. And that's where she met her husband, who became her husband, was in the Goodwill Industries. But her mom, my grandmother, who was my Mimi, now I'm Mimi to my grandkids, but she was also special needs. And she passed away when I was 10, and I didn't really know that she was special needs. I was told her sister and I kind of talked about it a lot when I got older. So my great aunt, and I learned a lot about that, later on. But I didn't see it. And now that I look back though, and once I learned it, I can see where she was. But like I said, morning. But like I said, kids are so innocent and they don't see those kind of things. I think that's why we're supposed to see the world through the eyes of children, right? No discrimination, no stereotyping, no judging. But anyway, my grandmother raised me for a long time, and then she passed, and my aunt ended up moving to where her husband's family lived, and we lost contact because my biological mother ended up moving away. Sorry, you guys. No, I don't get hit because they're really good at watching pedestrians here. But anyway, my aunt ended up being taken care of all of her life by somebody, and when everybody was gone, she turned to me, and I took care of her. But she did babysit me a lot when I lived with my grandmother. She looked after me. She wasn't severely disabled, but enough that she was on SSI all her life. But anyway, I loved that woman so much. We just shared such a bond, and like I said, when she wasn't taking care of me, I was taking care of her until I couldn't, because she had dementia. It was so severe that she was wanting to run away. And hey, Carmen. Oh, Carmen. Well, now you will, because I am telling you to do that. Oh, there you go. But anyway, so I took that hard last year. Well, I had never grieved like stuff like that, so I was like, what the heck? Oh, I guess we're not going to go as far as I thought we were today. I see the sand piles out there. So it was just the weirdest, oddest feeling. So I lost a lot of YouTube time last year, creating content, and it really put a bump in my routine. So now I'm out of routine, and I almost feel lost, like I don't know how to jump back in. And then along with that, like I started getting through those things, and then we found out Willie's dad had cancer, and that was like, what the heck? And Willie's very close to his dad. His family's very close-knit. By now you do know I'm extremely... Yes, I do, Queen Bee. As long as you're kind, it's okay to be outspoken. So that kind of put a disruption on Willie's radar, you know what I mean? And with his brain injury, things like that change. It changes his thinking and his mind, and it's it was kind of crazy. Plus, just not to mention the fact that just as he's gotten older, his his stuff is getting worse, his memory and his cognitive functions on how to do things. Hence the reason my house almost burned down a couple times last year. So, yeah. But I'm slowly just trying to figure things out, like life, learning to live, which it's really ironic, you guys. I was thinking about like my aunt and having the dementia and being her caregiver, and now I'm facing it with my life partner. Like, it's so strange. It's like God like prepared me to, like, here, you've been given the tools and the skills on how to manage, and I was I was given those skills, but sorry, you guys, like I said, I have not been mobile, and I got sick this winter, and I think I got bronchitis. My daughter's like, go get checked, but I feel like my lungs are like closed up. I told her it's just from not opening them up. But anyway, I was given those tools and those skills, and I know what to do with them, but I think I'm mentally battling it. I don't know if it's denial, or maybe it's another, oh, there's so much mud. Maybe it's another way or another sense of grieving. I don't know. So I'm navigating that, and my creativeness, my craftiness and all that jazz is very therapeutic for me. And I noticed going back all the way to the beginning, because this is how my ADHD works. Going back to the beginning of saying, now I forgot. Oh dear, hold on. Oh, on my last live, when I was trying to paint and draw, I can paint almost anything. I can draw almost anything. I always have been able to. Not perfectly, my proportions might be off and whatnot, but I know what I'm doing. But I could not figure things out for the life of me. And I was thinking about it all the day afterwards. Well, I took my nap. I kind of fell asleep thinking of it. And then the next day, that someone had mentioned the left brain and your right brain. And I was thinking, oh, I wonder if that's what it is. Like, I'm like not... Okay, stop break. I gotta bring up the chat. Hi, Carmen. No, I don't have any pets anymore, Queen Bee. That is one thing that I do miss, but I did have an emotional support puppy. Well, she wasn't a puppy. She was almost 20. That passed away in 2018. 2018? Yeah. 2018, I think. I think it's been 2018. It's been a while. But, hi, good morning, T. We're talking about mental health awareness month. And my mental health needs some support, so we're getting some physical health going by walking. So anyway, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I felt like my left brain, my right brain, my creative brain, was not coordinating with the logical and the communication and understanding side of my brain. Like they were like crossing paths, but they weren't meeting. So I was just like frustrated. And I don't think I'm going to go too much further. This is how my daughter and I walked down here with the dog the other day. And you guys, I got some cute video footage. She loves it. She loves it when I stop and take breaks. I love it when I stop and take breaks because she's so passionate about animals. And that's how I get my pet fix, Queen Bee. My daughter has 2 dogs and 2 cats. But she is just constantly, I think I told you guys, she's going to school for dog training She's done all kinds of other stuff. She became a vet assistant when she was 15. But her passion for it is just so great. And so when we took these stop breaks, when I did, ooh, I can hear the water running. She would do work with her dog. Oh no, there's no snow here. No snow. This is all dirt. But listen, look, it is like a gray sky. We're supposed to get more rain today. So I told Willie, I said, well, I'm going to go out now for a walk and take it in before the rain comes. So this little brook, this little creek goes up around that log and goes up into there. And I don't think you can see it well up through there. But these are all little finger outlets to the main brook that go to my house. Live chat. Good morning, Caroline. But she would do some work with the dog, and I have some great pictures of her training, because she constantly, even though she's trained her dog's basic commands, here's the other side. Just take it all in. Take it all in, folks. She has the basic training on her animals, but yet she continues to train them and work with them. It's like when, you can't, her theory is you can't just stop. You have to always be working with them and reminding them, how things are done. So she does the sit and stay, and she walks away, and she makes sure that they, follow the command, and it's pretty cool. I love watching her work. She's going to be a great dog trainer, because she did a great training with her own pets. They were very well behaved. Her little Boston Terrier, she'd be able to stick those little tiny dog treats. I forget the name of them, but they're little tiny circles, and they look like beef jerky that's been chopped up. But she would stick, or Slim Jim that's been chopped up, but she would stick them on her muzzle, and then she would put like 4 or 5 of them on her muzzle. And she would make her wait, and she would be able to walk away, and she got that dog up to a point where she could walk away for 10 minutes and come back, and that dog would still be sitting there, still waiting with those treats on its muzzle. I used to get upset sometimes, like, that's so cheap. You're making her sit there and smell them. But it was discipline. Excuse me. But yeah, you can see the field. So this is a, we have a Field of Dreams, but it's not in our town. But this is a newer field that they started probably 5 years ago, and it looks fabulous. I hadn't been up here in a long time. But it used to be owned by a friend of mine. Doing my nails and prepping for tonight's live. Oh, awesome, Carmen. And I'm sorry if I missed some of the chat, you guys, when you're walking and live. At least I did get the orientation right. I missed the chat, but the field is super, super wet. But a friend of mine that I used to do, she used to hold craft fairs. She had a daughter that was disabled, and she was very sick, and she started doing these fundraising craft fairs and stuff, and I used to join them every year. And that's another thing. I think it's probably just part of the new normalcy, the new normal. Because I used to be so involved in everything, my kids too. And the world just changed. So different. And I think I'm just struggling with that. Like, I don't know. Like, I like being by myself a lot, but I like doing it on my own terms. Like, I don't like being forced by the world to do things. And so this is the smaller field. It's really cool. The other day when we came up, the sun was out. You guys can maybe see all of the dandelions. I was in dandelion heaven. And my daughter's like, oh, that's a good sign. That means they don't spray the grass, which is good. I like that. I was thinking of coming up and collecting some dandelion greens. We all are. Yeah. So I guess in the whole thing is trying to figure out, like, what do I what do I do? Do you guys think putting up a poll like on my post tab of like options that of things that I could put out content for, like videos, or just do what I want for the videos, or if you have suggestions I could do those, but maybe put up the content, a poll for content for lives. I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out, like how to approach this. And what do you guys like to see besides paper crafting? Is there anything else in your lives that you do besides paper crafting, or does everybody just do paper crafts? I mean, I do felting, I do beading, I do polymer clay, I paint, I knit, I crochet, I tat. Trying to figure out how to incorporate. Yes, do a poll, Queen Bee says. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, man. Why the heck would they grate the roads on a rainy when it's been downpouring? I don't know. There must be some kind of science to it that I just don't know. So this week is going to be a washout, you guys, here in my state. It's going to be like this in between downpours. So this afternoon around 1, it's supposed to start pouring again. And I think tomorrow is going to be like this. I'm hoping the sun will pop out a little bit because I didn't see any rain in the forecast for the entire day, but oh, hi, Flo. Why are we walking in mud? Because I love mud. Mud, mud. I love mud. I can't think of the rest of the song, but do you guys remember that kid song? Caroline might remember Rick Charette. He was a big local kid entertainer. He used to come to our library a lot. But one of his songs was I Love Mud. I'm walking, Flo, because good morning, Paula. Okay, I appreciate you coming in and saying hello. Mental Health Month, yes, Queen Bee, for sure. So I'm starting my walking journey is what I'm doing. And I actually started it the other day, but I want to try to walk a few times a week. I'm sure it's not going to happen every day because my body is just, I'm not there yet. But someday, check this out. There's so much water in the holding, like they have these holding water reservoirs, that it's just, it's flowing out, and that's what all this is. But it sounds so pretty. So yeah, so I'm jumping little mud flats here while I didn't realize they were grading the road until I got down to the road. And I was like, ah, heck, I'll just jump over the little mud ridges, you know, that they're creating from grading. But and this is a little food truck here. They have a little patio out back. I'll see if I can walk around the other side of it and show you guys. It's really cute. And then we have a lobster. This is actually it's called Rolf's, and it's a like a excavation construction type company. They moved in shortly after I did, and they are the ones that cleaned all the woods out and did all of this stuff. So now they process things. But can you guys see the little? They have cute little tables and a little eating area out there. So cute. I just hope my shoes will come clean. But anyway, we're walking because I need to get into physical shape to benefit my mental health. By improving my physical health, hopefully I'll improve my mental health. So we'll see. I'm going to cross over. You guys can kind of see. I got to come over here because I actually need some gravel from my driveway, says my cow guy. Sorry, it's a little loud, so I can't hear you guys. Just kidding. But anyway, so this is the pit. And I remember when he first came in and cleared, there used to just be huge piles of dirt like this, and my kids used to love running up them. That was before he built the office and everything. Surgery, I'm not able to do long distance walking. I miss those walks. Oh, I bet you do. I know. It's crazy how we don't realize how much we miss something until we can't do it. I get it. I used to do tons of walks. And I need to get back into it because it is good for you. And I know my daughter and I both felt good the other day after walking. She was glad that she came because she was like, nah, I'm feeling kind of crappy and I'm not dressed. And I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving in 15 minutes. If you want to come along, just message me. And by golly, she did message me. She said, I just got dressed and getting the dog's stuff together. So it worked out great. And she felt much better. I brought my long umbrella here. Serves as my walking stick, but also in case a downpour decides to break out, I'm covered. But the chat is, yes, this walk is for that. I thought I would bring you guys on a walk at least once a week or so, maybe twice, just to do a check-in. You know, maybe, you know, I'm sure for my own benefit, really. And kind of go over a crafty chat, do a crafty chat walk, you know. So this morning we were just talking about how I wanted to approach my channel, you know, going forward. Smart. Yes. So I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll put up a poll of maybe a few different things that I do. And I'll try to think of a project to do with it. Like for polymer clay, maybe I can do some more glue toppers, or maybe I can do some earrings, or maybe some beads. Whoops. Sorry, I gotta stop and... Oh, I wonder if my mail came. I see the mailman. Live chat. Yeah, I'm sorry, Queen Bee. It's no fun. Wonder if this is my loyal mail guy, Rob. Oh, it is Rob. What are you doing out here? What are you doing all the way out here?
Hey, we don't happen to have that guy's number that had the boat.
Yeah.
Can you give that to me?
Yes.
You just leave it for me in the mailbox, or send it to me, whatever.
Yeah, I can do that.
Messenger or something.
Yeah.
Cool, because I'm missing some parts and
you are?
some pieces are wrong, so I'm trying to get it figured out. I bought a new motor for it.
Oh, you did? Good.
Yeah, because the stuff he gave me was all in pieces.
That stuff's probably long gone too.
I know.
But I don't know, because I don't even know if he knew he had all the parts. I'm not sure.
He told me he did. He said they were all there, but it is what it is.
You know what? Yeah. And his wife's coming to visit.
You want to just hit him up and say, hey, do you have any of the boats? And if he does or doesn't, just let me know.
I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't forget to bring my mail. All right. Would you like to see more artwork from me? Oh, you would. Sorry, that was my mail guy. He usually doesn't come out around here. I thought he just goes the end of the driveway. He must be doing, maybe he's going home, because I think his house, if you follow that dirt road all the way down through, it comes out on the road that he lives on. Small town love, you guys. So my mailman bought the boat from my best friend Lorraine and Jim that moved last summer. And that was another big emotional hiccup last year is my best friend moved out of state, who I've known for, my goodness, 20 plus years. I started out as her caregiver as well. I didn't work. I volunteered for a company that my elderly friend, we met them when I was homeschooling. My kids used to do senior lunches on Wednesdays at the community center. The woman that ran those was a German lady. Her and her husband, we became good friends. And I started volunteering for her doing this program, driving. It was called Senior Transportation. And I used to drive seniors to grocery shop, hair appointments, doctor's appointments, whatever it was. You know, you did that. And she would pay a minimal mileage. Hi, Rob. Oh, yeah. And the funny thing, okay, this is how small. Let me see. Oh, down. How about some of my best friends move away and stuff? Yes. So check this out. Rob's wife is my daughter's boss at work. She's like the manager at the veterinarian office. That's how small a town it is. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so Lorraine and Jim moved away last summer, the end of the summer, August. So that kind of put a blah. But Rob bought a boat off of Jim that was parted out, and you heard him. He's just trying to figure it out, but it was a cool little boat. And the funny part is the boat was the same boat that he had ridden on with his friends when he went out to Michigan to visit a bunch of his friends. His friend had the same boat. So he felt he needed it. Let's see. I keep telling my godchildren I'm not getting any younger. Y'all need to come pick me up and spend time with me. Yes. I would, Queen Bee. I would come get you and haul you out of there for a day. So I think I'll put up some posts. I really want to get back to art Yahtzee or card Yahtzee, you know. I really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed doing it with friends. I know friends enjoyed it. I know poor Elizabeth. Elizabeth's dying to play card Yahtzee or art Yahtzee again. And she actually approached me about doing some lives with her on a regular basis, and I hate to commit. Because the late nights, I'm trying to get through that right now. I've got to try to pull off one with Diane, the Messy Palette, because she's been asking me too, and it just hasn't aligned. But I'm going to push it. I'm going to take a 5-hour energy and try to pull it off. You love the Yahtzee bath? That's cool. I thought there was a way to touch the screen and see the chat, but for some reason I'm not able to do it. Maybe I'll put you guys towards the fountain while I try to. The last bowl of the vegetable soup. Oh my goodness, Queen Bee, that soup looked so good. I wanted that yesterday. But yeah, I'm afraid of committing. I love my weekly lives with Tracy. Those are awesome because it gets me into my craft room. Sometimes, well, Linda Gorman and I discussed this last week. I don't go in my craft room all week. I just can't. I don't have the opportunity until it's live time with Tracy. And that works out, you know. It's not so bad committing to that because it's early, it's morning for me. It's still quiet in my house. Not a lot has been established. Willie has inconsistent sleep pattern, so sometimes he is up all night and then sleeps late, which is good for me. And sometimes he just sleeps for an hour, gets up for a couple, goes back to sleep for a couple hours. Oh, I just felt something on my head. I hope it wasn't a tick. So you guys, I don't know about anywhere else in the world, but we get ticks here. And they are yucky and they are bad this year. And I've been going out, and when I get home and or go when I'm out in the yard doing in the garden and stuff and go in, I pull at least 3 or 4 off of me. Some of them I miss and I don't find until later, and it's horrible because that's when they stick on you. So we're almost to the end of the road. So that was a good walk. I'm glad I could bring you guys along and chatter. I can always do this in video form on off days too, and kind of put them all together in an edited version with a little what do you call that, voiceover summary of the week. I just need to get more consistent, and I think that's where I'm at in my life. Is just it's hard for me to find any decent structure. And that's the thing with the mental health awareness month is bringing awareness. We have deer ticks. Linda says, "Ooh, yes, I know you're up early, Queen Bee." When anxiety and other things kick in, and I know we all deal with it, and that's the great thing about the awareness months, is bringing that awareness out, so it lowers the stigma around people being able to just talk about it, because little do we know, I've learned in the crafting community, holy moly, there are so many people that are in it because it's therapeutic for them. Art, and I know art is therapeutic. I took it as part of my my mental health schooling. I took therapeutic art classes to learn to work with kids with art. Oh, I just waved to the fellow that was giving me attitude the other day. His dog came running out of the road, out in the road, when we were walking, and of course my daughter had her dog, and I didn't know if the dog was friendly or not. He looked like he was fairly friendly, but sometimes, you don't know. And I ran up to try to stop the dog, like, "Hi, buddy," and run it, but he was not nice. He's like, "I'm sorry, my dog's usually friendly." And he grabbed the dog by the collar and lifted it right up off the ground. I was so unnerved by that. I told my daughter, I'm like, I wanted to go up and just bop him on the back of the head and say, "Hey, I don't know how your dog's so friendly because its owner's not." I just didn't see that. Why would you do that? But my daughter said she saw they were probably drinking a little alcohol, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's frustrating. It's one thing I don't tolerate well is animal abuse. People abuse, animal abuse, none of it. Dawn, we love the walk too, and thanks for inviting us. Oh, you're welcome, Queen Bee. And sometimes I have to schedule. I find it so much easier than to procrastinate. Yeah, and I'm thinking, whoops, get off there! No, don't do that. I came up on report. Sorry, I missed some chats. Oh, hey, Janin. Arthur's my four-legged, my best friend. Just Artie and me in the house. Aw, well, that's how it was with my dog, Lala. She was a Min Pin Boston Terrier mix, and I inherited her when she was about 6. But I had known her all her life because I was best friends with her owner, Jack, and he passed away from lung cancer, and we ended up inheriting the dog. And I wasn't sad about it. At first, I was a little anxious about it because the dog had a sister, and the sister ended up passing away. But I was closer. I felt drawn more to the sister, her sister Molly, because she was calmer. But she had also had a litter of puppies. And when we got Lala, she also wasn't fixed, so we had to get her spayed. But and it calmed her down a little. Ugh. Sorry, I gotta concentrate on where I put my feet. There we go. Calmed her down a little, but not a whole lot because she was older, you know what I mean? So her behaviors had already been established. Didn't matter if she was spayed or not. But anyway, I ended up having her for the rest of her life until she was almost 20. So I ended up having her longer than her original owner, you know. But he had gotten the two girls from his friend who rescued dogs, and they had an accidental breeding between Mango, the Boston Terrier, and Ruby, the little red min pin. And that's how Lala came about. So I had known all of them, all their life. So it was ironic that I ended up with her for the rest of her life. But good morning. Where are we going? Hi, Miss Wims. We're going home now. I just finished a walk. And I'm getting ready to wrap up. I don't even know how long it took me because let me look at my watch here. I'll put you guys out towards the... Oh, it is 9:21, so almost an hour. That's good. Almost an hour. This is right down the road. This is like where I live. It's so cool because I got video the other day of me coming out to start a walk and turning my camera on and turning sideways, and there was my daughter coming down the road to meet me with the dog. So this is where we spent a lot of time fishing. And I see some really cool ducks called mergansers, if anyone knows what they are. But actually, to be more specific, they're called a hooded merganser. And they're so cool. They're like a black, they almost look like a loon, but they have a big hood on the top of their head, and it's white around their face, and they have red eyes. But they're so cool. I was thinking of coming down here and maybe doing some painting. I wouldn't mind doing this part of the stream here where the logs cross over. I love it. And there's room on the other side of this from the road that I could set a chair and hold my sketch pad. Yep, a lot of fun times. But anyway, I appreciate all the feedback, all of the encouragement, kind words this morning. And for those that joined me on the walk, thank you again. And hopefully I can get myself back into finding a groove, a rhythm that works, with my lifestyle, because that's the one thing. Oh, I bet, Janine. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Hopefully getting back in shape too will help my mental health. Like I was just telling people in the beginning, and Tracy knows, she worked in the mental health field also, that your physical health is very tightly woven with your mental health. So when you're physically not feeling well, your mental health is a little off. Well, maybe more than a little off. So it's trying to get all those things aligned. And we won't even get into the gut health part of it. But anyway, I appreciate everyone, and thanks